Reloading renovation room, part 2, episode 2 here. We're doing a ceiling demo here today. So they've got this tongue and groove up here that's in place, kind of being held kind of by those 1x4s, kind of like a drop ceiling. Some of these are coming right out, and then I figure out here pretty quick that some of these are actually screwed down. So I got to get my screw gun out and take some screws out in some of these, but most of it comes right out. So there's me kind of figuring out the screws they've got in here. Otherwise, once I get these screws out and figure this out, it starts going pretty quick here. So now we're going to start taking these out a lot quicker, getting close to that ceiling vent here, but we'll speed this up here real quick. Just go down the line here and take all these screws out all at once. So once I get all these screws out, I can start taking all this trim down pretty quick. And working around this vent right here, we'll have to take down some separate stuff around this vent that I found. We'll see that here in just a second. But this took me maybe 5 minutes to get this whole side down, so it went pretty quick. All right, I got this just this first row down. Got my first issue that I see potentially. This drain here comes down lower than what I would actually want the ceiling. This comes down below the joist here. But I do believe that that drain feeds an old washer hookup that is in an upstairs bedroom that is no longer used. So I believe I can probably just get rid of that. Outside of that, there's some wiring that needs to be put up, but that's not an issue there. And then this duct here needs to be fixed. That can't be wood, so that needs to be metal. But if I put the ceiling up to the joist, that won't be an issue. All right, let's keep going. All right, we're gonna tackle this second row real quick. I took all the screws out all at once, and then I went through and just took all the panels down all at once here. So this second row went much quicker. All right, got the second bay down. No surprises here on this one. Got nothing in the way here. I left that piece up for the light. There's just some old phone line and a bunch of old coax tied up in there, but no issues in here at all. All right, let's get this last one down. All right, just gonna tackle this last section here. Took all the screws out all at once, so I could just go through and quickly disassemble all this. This is gonna make good stuff for the fire pit. Can't see use for this stuff anywhere else, but maybe. All right, so last bay down. No surprises in this bay at all either, so it's great news. Nothing in the way. There's a return air down here, but that's all flush with the bottom of the joist. So it looks like what they did is they have 2x6, it looks like here, and then they put a kind of a rim joist 2x4 around so they could drop the ceiling. So I can gain easy 6 inches in here in ceiling height without too much trouble. Again, I can get rid of this. It's no longer needed. You can see the dry vent's plugged off there. We'll probably take that out and do a better job sealing that up, but that whole drain can go away. That's for an old laundry hookup upstairs. So nothing crazy. My only question at this point will be if this drywall extends all the way up behind these boards, which it looks like it does. Unfortunately, those 2x4s are nailed on. That's going to be fun to get that off without doing a lot of damage, but it looks like that the drywall goes up to the ceiling there, so that'll be good news. All right, let's keep rolling. All right, I'm going to start to take down this 1x4 that's attached kind of to that ledger board. So this is the first piece I took off. And then we'll just kind of cruise around the room here. Speed this up. This stuff came down pretty easy. No issue. So they kind of use this 1x4 to support that tongue and groove that they had around. So very similar to kind of a drop ceiling. But this all came down pretty good. I had to take off the window trim here to get down that last piece against the window. Here's they kind of some wood around this vent right here. You can't do that. You can't have wood around a supply vent. So I had to take this down. Of course, it's fine since I'm going to be putting drywall up against the joist here anyway. They had quite a few screws in here, more than they needed. Taking down this ledger, and I'm looking more at this plumbing here. So this P-trap right here, again, there's an old laundry area that was in a closet in the bedroom that's right above here. So that's going to drain down here. I can see a Y right here, but this is a vent I can see that goes up, and this drain right here is for the master bath upstairs, and so that vent is going to be for that bathroom, and it's also going to vent the toilet that's up there. So that is all going to need to stay here, at least the vent. So that's going to take a little bit of figuring out, and I can see that those water lines are going to be in the way also, but those can come out. It feeds the laundry upstairs, so those can come out totally and just be capped off, but I'll have to do something with this vent, I can see, and reconfigure that. All right, I'm going to start to kind of attack these ledger boards here, and I actually thought this was going to be a real big pain. They were all nailed in. I thought I was going to have to chisel out pretty much every single one of these nails, but once I got just a couple out, they actually pulled out pretty good. This side here by the window, I actually had to end up taking most of those nails out, just with the chisel here, kind of like what I'm using here. But it wasn't too much of a big deal, and I think it only took me about 30 minutes to finish up this room, getting all these down. So I'm kind of using my hammer there against the top. Thankfully there's a top plate there behind the drywall, so I'm not really damaging any drywall there. And I think this is the last piece here right above the door. All right, that went exceptionally easier than I thought. Once I got a few nails out, I was able to pull the boards out pretty easily. So just a little bit of drywall damage here in the corner, but ain't no big deal. So, okay, well, the ceiling is all officially down, and next step is tackle this, figure out what I'm going to do there. I got to reroute this wire up in the joists, and I need to take care of these old water lines. These here need to go, and I also need to run new water lines. This is our vanity upstairs, and the toilet's going to be back there. I need to rerun those water lines with PEX because I'm going to be redoing that anyway. And since the ceiling's going to be covered up, I need to go ahead and get that done now. So that is the next step. All right, stay tuned for episode 3. Thanks for joining. Hope you have a good day.